He was flying home for the holidays but never made it. Tonight, a family from Kenya is suing DFW Airport, trying to find out how the man was able to take his own life inside an airport jail cell. WFAA's Tanya Iser spoke to the family today. What did they tell you, Tanya?
Well, Cynthia, this is a family that wants answers they say that airport police have not given them. One thing we do know is that the department's jailer violated their own policy for how often they're supposed to check on prisoners. It was to have been Waweru Mwaura's first trip home to Kenya in several years.
We were looking forward to him coming back, but only to get him back in a coffin.
Wakani Mwaura spoke to us from Kenya. Her brother died last November in a jail cell at DFW Airport.
He passed away on the day that we were expecting to pick him up at the airport in Nairobi.
He'd been arrested on a DWI warrant. Hours later, a jailer found him hanging by his jeans in his cell.
Because nobody should be going into that airport alive and coming out dead.
The family's attorney, Justin Moore, says police missed obvious signs of distress, including him telling police that he wants to go home, that he will get there one way or another.
And that should have been communicated to the jail staff.
Airport officials declined to comment, citing the pending litigation. But police records say there were no indications of suicidal behavior observed by jail staff. By policy, jailers are required to check on prisoners at least once an hour, and every 30 minutes if the prisoner's deemed a suicide risk. But more than an hour would pass before anyone looked in on Mwaura. By then, it was too late.
They failed him completely.
The family wants body cam and surveillance camera footage to see for themselves what actually happened and to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else.
If they had checked on him, this would never have happened.
In Dallas, I'm Tanya Iser.